Spider-Man No Way Home is officially out. We have heard so much about this movie, and there has been so many leaks. But for all of us Spidey-loving fans, I'm going to do my little review without any spoilers as possible. I'm just going to talk about how I feel, my feelings about everything after I've seen this film. I'm just going to say right now, this movie emotionally just about killed me. I got excited. I laughed. I cried. I even bawled like a little baby. This film decimated my emotions. It just made me a wreck. So let's talk about it. So to get all my feelings across, and I really want to talk about some things, I'm going to make a full-on review video showing me in my my Venom like little hoodie and shit, and I'll be going on a full spoiler review later on. But this will be completely spoiler free, so don't worry. I'm gonna start off by saying this movie freaking delivers. Oh god, it delivers. I was just nerdgasming all over the theater, and I think everybody else that was with me was also nerdgasming. It became a big, Spidey orgy of nerdiness. Going into this movie, everyone just kind of assumed what was going to happen, and unfortunately, a lot of the stuff leaked, and I'm hoping most of you guys didn't look into the leaks. There was still some stuff that didn't, though, and that happily surprised me. And going into this film, you're just like, what can they possibly do? How crazy can it get? Well, I'll tell you how real it gets, brother! Even if you know some of the stuff's gonna happen, it's seeing it, it's feeling it. It just drives all our emotions freaking crazy. And this movie, from the very start, I would say the first third, this might be my absolute best, favorite Spider-Man thing ever freaking made in media. Woo! I felt so much emotion, just feeling everything Peter went through, and just how Marvel is handling it. It's incredible. The things that transpire, the interaction between all the characters, it's beautiful. And just how the story progresses and deals with the fallout of the last film is just amazing. Amazing Spider-Man. It all went hard. Probably harder than it really needed to be. It just fisted our nerd hearts. And when the second act starts, it really starts to pick up speed. And sometimes it even gets jarring, almost like a completely different film. And as they introduce the villains and the MacGuffin, the movie starts to get stranger and more complex and very comic booky, well, compared to what was in the first half of the movie. Sometimes it felt like the pacing is a little off, like you kind of got whiplash from all the nerd pounding in your little nerd holes. And by holes, I mean the holes in our little nerdy hearts that are now filled with Spider-Man's web. And wait for it. And then the film just turns it all around. It just completely goes for the kill, right to our emotions, right into the hearts, the loving nerdy hearts we have for old Spidey. Now the second half of the second act, going for the third act, I honestly have not felt this emotional for a film, watching a film, not since I was little and watched Mufasa die. In the second half and the third act, multiple times, I felt my heart just about break. I got so emotional, it brought me back to my times as a child watching Lion King. Like, honestly, I'm just struggling to find words for this film. It's just so incredible. Oh god. Like, how do you explain this emotional investment just watching this film? I mean, there's like literally years worth of my life Things that I can pinpoint, relationships, moments in my life that remind me of things in this film. Things that I look back on and I realize that this film is pulling on my heartstrings. Almost everything in my life just about being referenced here. I love it. It's like I'm kind of getting overly emotional just talking about this movie because so much heart is in this. Marvel really took special care to make sure that this is one of the best, if not the best, Spider-Man movie made so far. God, this movie is so hard to talk about without spoiling anything. And most of you most likely know what I'm trying to avoid spoiling. But like, I was literally struggling trying to believe what was happening in the film. And there's so much more to this. Like, just how far they go into the villains. And the fact that they actually have character arcs is incredible. There's just so much going on with every single character in this movie. But before I get too much into this, because I'm really not trying to spoil anything, this movie's a perfect Spider-Man movie. Go watch it any way you can. Love you guys. Till next time. Bye. Hello everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the subscribe button and the like button and possibly press on the bell icon because YouTube doesn't like to tell you when I put up new videos. But if you just ignore me, I will get very angry. I'll find you and eat your brain.